Hi, Team Sigwerth. It's Laura. It is Sunday, June 8th, and I just wanted to share with you some exciting news. Yesterday, we had training with everybody, and it went awesome. If you missed it, that's too bad because we had a great time, and everybody came up with some great ideas to help Team Sigwerth and just help us all keep moving forward and making things better for us and for the team. So, anyway. One of the things that we talked about yesterday was creating a Dropbox for our team. And I was a little hesitant on doing it at first because I didn't want to get mixed up with too many websites and this and that. But after discussing it further, it was actually a really good idea. So what we're doing basically from here on until we change it again in the future, maybe, is we are going to use Patty and Mike Glick's website called www.teamsnap.net. If you guys watched the training with them a couple weeks ago, they had a brand new website with all these awesome new things on it. I put that link in this email, so make sure to check that out. I want you to review their website first, okay? Kind of review like the different links that they have. They have basically when it comes to a brand new coach or someone just wanting to get refreshed, wanting to start things, they have all the steps on there, okay, from beginning as a coach and moving forward, okay? And then they also have tabs on there for potential clients, okay? Anybody that you talk to about the program, you want to send them a web link about the program, it's all on there, as well as a potential coach, okay? There's also information on there too. And when it comes to potential coach, just remember that I'm here to help you with that and walk you through those steps. But anyway, and they also have the different PowerPoints on there for events. But yeah, they have some amazing documents on there, as well as getting your notebook set up. So whenever it comes time to get your notebook set up, get all the documents printed off and get them into those binders, they have all those documents, okay? So I really want you to take a look at Mike and Patty's website if you haven't done so already. And then this Dropbox for Team Sigwerth is basically for client support. Okay, so anything, when it comes to just getting a client started and supporting them to your best ability, this is what that Dropbox is for. I wanted to share this video with you and just kind of walk you through it real quick. But these pre-client forms, it's just like some little oddball things that I had on my computer, like cost comparison if they ask about that, the healthy lifestyle guide, it's like a brochure, and then 4 questions for your new client. So like the questions, the why questions. So whenever you're talking with them, you've got those, okay? So that's all I have as far as pre-client goes, okay? I want to scroll down here, see this starting a new client. I numbered it 0 because this is where you start off. Print this document off, okay? This basically walks you through all the steps that it takes to support a new client. What email to send, so that when you come to Dropbox, you know what you're doing and you know what you're sending, okay? So print this off. I have this printed and I have it in my client notebook, and I use it for all my clients whenever they're, going through that first month on program, okay? So just print it off, take a look at it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then, so that document's down here, so print that off, and then come back up here to 1 and 2. Okay, so when you start your client, all these different folders, let me tell you real quick, all these different folders have the emails and attachments pertaining to the title, okay? So you're welcoming your client. You just signed up a brand new client, okay? So here's the email, all right? And then here's all the attachments that you send them. Obviously, you don't need the client profile, but I put that on here in case you didn't have it, so you can have this to print off whenever you're signing them up. But here's all the attachments that you attach in their welcome email. And then this email down here is your order is on its way. So when you get emailed their tracking number, 2 to 3 days later, or the next day after it gets shipped out, when you get emailed the tracking number and find out what day it's supposed to arrive to them, then send them this email. Okay, touch base with them a couple days later after you've signed them up. Okay, so that's all for your client welcome letter. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so then on week 1, All right, week 1 on program. After they started day 1. Here's day 1, 2, 3, and 4 emails. Okay. When I send my clients day 4 email, I'm going to open it up for you so you see if it will open up for me so you can see. At the top, I have what to attach with it. Okay. That way it makes it real easy for you. And I attach the dining out guide and the fast food options, okay, whenever I send them day 4. All right, so that folder is all for day 4. I mean, all for week 1. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. All for week 1. Okay, so when it comes to week 2, same thing. I have the email in here, and then the different attachments that I put in there, okay? So I usually send them, I send them all these attachments whenever they get started with week 2. Okay? And same goes with week 3 and week 4. Week 3 is just basically the telling them about Take Shape for Life support calls. And then usually around week 3, we get that first email saying that their next order is going to process, their second order, okay? And this is very important because a lot of clients get that email and they kind of freak out for a second, like, oh no, my next order is coming up, blah, 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 blah. This email, you send them this email, has their login information and all that so that you can send that to them and remind them. That's just your little reminder to them. So that's all typed up for you. And then week 4 is when we focus on exercise, okay? So here's the week 4 email, the exercise guide, and then all these charts are the different charts for like the walking program, the strength training. So if they would like to do the walking program or strength training that's lined out in Dr. Anderson's book, then you can send them these charts to print off, and then they can use those. Those are also in the back of their Dr. Anderson book as well. And then when they have finished their first month, so whenever you're moving them from file 2 to file 3 in your file folder system, then this is what you can send them, okay? So what I did was I typed a little email. Okay, I'll open it up here for you. So this is just a little email me, like congratulating them, saying, hey, just want to congratulate you on making your first month with Take Shape for Life. You're down 10 pounds. I highlighted the areas that you need to change. How's that working? Who's noticing? Email or text me when you get some free time and let me know. I'm putting some of Derek and I's business cards in the mail for you with a letter from me explaining how to share the program with others. And blah, blah, blah. So this basically is really hitting hard on referrals. And this is something that I will email them, and then when I move them to file 3, then I'll send them that referral letter that I put right here. So you can use this referral letter if you like, okay, to send them with some business cards. And then this is just something like cool if you ever want to expand with it or do anything. It's just like little gift certificates, so like you can give these to your clients and they can kind of hand these out to people if they decide that they would like to start the program. And then this Make It Easy, I thought this was kind of a cool document to be able to send to them as well after they finish their first month about, make life easy for yourself. Just kind of recapping the program and recapping about their goals and different things to be doing. So you can send this letter to them as well after they finish their first month. Okay, and then I included transition. So this first part of this is just all the emails and attachments to be sending them and focusing on that first month of that client's program, okay? So basically files 1 and 2. So while they're in files 1 and 2, these are the emails and these are all the documents and attachments. Then, and then we move on to transition. So to me, I feel like transition is probably more important than the 5 and 1. Yes, they got the weight off, they got where they needed to be, but then, we want our clients to succeed. We want them to walk away from their weight loss journey learning what they came here to learn, long-term good health. So transition is extremely important whenever they have reached their goal weight. So what I did was I created emails for each week So when the client begins their journey on transition, this is, what the email looks like to send them before they get started, and what chapters to be focusing on in the habits of health. And I typed out for each week of transition, I kind of typed out an example day of what their day would, what their days would start to look like now during that week. And so what I do, I always start transition with my clients on a Monday, okay? No matter what day they had started before, we always started on a Monday, and then that way it's easy for me, to kind of keep up with them and what food groups that they're needing to start with. So we always started on a Monday, and then they can prep with their groceries. So that is what I do. And usually Thursdays are my transition days. So Thursday transition. I always remember that. And I just realized I spelled transition wrong here. I will fix that. Anyway, so what I do is I send my transition emails on Thursdays, okay? And then that way they review it. They've got the weekend to prep themselves with their new groceries. So that's what I do is I send my transition emails on Thursdays. I even have a tab in my binder that's just for transition folks, okay? Because they're just a whole different focus. Okay. And then here's a little example of what week 2 looks like. They're going to be starting their fruits. I did another example day of what that's going to look like with their MediFast meals and everything. Okay, so all these emails just kind of walk them through transition. We did train on transition and maintenance again yesterday. So I've trained on it twice now at training. So everybody should be on board with the different steps on what to. I can't even talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm like tongue-tied. Anyway, everybody should be on board on what it takes to transition and maintain a client, okay? Because I've trained on it twice already. So if you have any questions, let me know. I know I recorded the last training, and it's all on there if you need a refresher, okay? And then maintenance. That's a whole nother step, okay? So once they transition, then they're going to transition into maintenance. So I have the email for that. Looks like this. What calories they need to be eating, how they're going to move forward. We also trained on this as well, so you guys should know what I'm talking about here. Here's a PDF that I know I was talking about yesterday with a lot of my girls. So this is kind of what that looks like, So once somebody's transitioned into maintenance and they're supposed to eat 1,300 calories, that's what their day is going to look like. Or let's say they're supposed to eat 2,400. This is what their day is going to look like, okay? So anyway, so that just walks you through all the support and all the emails from day 1 of a client's journey through maintenance. Okay. I also made a little folder for documents for your Take Shape for Life business. So, like business budgeting, creating a structural tension chart, ED this month sheet, Facebook advice. Like this is a little handout I've made. I'll click on it here. This is a little handout I've made for myself, like whenever we go to events and stuff, kind of an explanation of the program. But I just threw some stuff on here so you guys can look through it. And then I also put a folder for holiday and other special tips for clients. So like, when it comes to Halloween or Christmas stuff, they've got some ideas, some recipes, or surviving an event. Let's say they got a barbecue to go to or a birthday party. Here's a form for that. Here's an important document for plateauing that they can review. Staying on track over the weekend, Thanksgiving, a vegetable conversion chart. What kind of exercise can they do if they're really stuck on that? So it's just different support documents for you. So holiday stuff and then different support topics. And then this folder is specific programs and like medical forms and stuff. So I could probably add more to this. I just added what I already had. So like the nursing program and clinical studies. So if someone's like, well, what are the MediFast meals made of or what's in it? You got all that information. Diabetes program. This form right here, the Dr. A physician information, this document is for doctors, okay? So, like, if you have a client that says, hey, I really need to go to the doctor, I need to bring some information with me, this is that information, okay? And just other things on here, like muscle cramping. I made up a document for the teenager program. Here's a teenager guide right here for the teenager program. And then I made up a little document for a couple of my teenagers with like breakfast and lunch ideas, so you can check that out. Thyroid, if they're on thyroid medication, here's that form to send them, and the vegetarian guide. So anyway, this is just different oddball documents that I had. But like I said, this Dropbox is mainly for focusing on that client's first month on program. And through transition maintenance more importantly too. So, because I know we didn't really have anything out there for that. But anyway, so hopefully this helps everyone a great deal. I would click on all these folders and I would save them to your computer. Okay, so you can go over here. Let me see here. I think there's an easy way to be able to like save all this to your computer. That's what I would do, is I would save it to your computer just like I have it here. And then that way you've got everything available to you. If not, you can always have this Dropbox to log in. I will always keep everything updated. If Take Shape for Life is sending us updated information, I'll get everything updated. I'll keep you guys updated as well with what I'm adding and removing and everything. So I really, really, really hope this helps. And I hope everybody's excited. I think it'll be great for everyone. And then what else? The next training, as I stated, will not be until Saturday, August 2nd. We will be skipping Team Sigwerth training here next month, since the majority of us are going to be flying out to Anaheim for convention. So, and we will be training with Dr. Anderson. So that will be better than me training everybody. So, yeah, so we'll be out at convention next month, and then when we get back, we'll continue with our own team training on August 2nd. And if for those of you that can't make it to convention, we're kind of wrapping up the group right now, getting hotels booked and getting them all finalized. So if you really, really want to go, let me know, because time's ticking and we've got 5 weeks. So we want to make sure I've got one more room available right now with 3 openings. So we want to make sure we get everybody in a room before everything gets booked up and everything. So anyway, if you really want to go, email me today, let me know, and then, yeah, and if you can't go, I know there's some of you that have really, really important family events like having babies and weddings and stuff like that. Like Dr. Anderson said, basically the only reason you shouldn't be going is either a death in the family, a wedding, or someone's having a baby. So those are pretty much the only 3 reasons not to go. So if you're not going, let me know. If money's an issue, if work or daycare or anything like that's an issue, let me know. We can come up with a plan together and make it work, so we can get you out there with the rest of us and get you like the best top training ever to invest, because this is a huge investment in a lot of our lives and our business to move forward in the best way possible. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful for everybody, and I hope you had a good weekend, and thanks again for those who came in training yesterday, and thanks for this awesome idea, and I hope it helps, and I will talk to everybody soon.